by two individuals who I have asked to come talk to us about their great programs for not only youth, but also individuals that come into our center looking for skills classes. So I will introduce you to both of them, and then we can go from there. So Edgar.
Hello, my name is Edgar Morales, and I'm the Independent Living Skills Specialist at the IC, and I teach the Independent Living Skills classes. And so I teach several classes like cooking, money management, healthy relationships, self-advocacy. And one of the things that I love about doing my classes is because I like to empower people, and I make my classes unique, and I make my classes so I focus on their strength and not their weaknesses. So I empower them so they can be more independent.
So let's talk a little bit about your classes, but after Jaime introduces herself.
Well, good morning. I'm Jaime Ural. I'm one of the program managers working at the Independent Center. I work with several different programs. One of those is our Youth Transitions program. We work with youth of all ages, but we really try to work with youth focused on ages 14 through 24 to really focus our programs, services, and supports to help address interests and information that really dig into areas that our youth are interested in, and work around focuses that our youth need additional support, and in areas that we as the Independent Center can help get in there and access some specific supports for our transition age youth, especially those that are transitioning out of our traditional public school system into our independent living centers, services, community as well.
Awesome. So does Edgar's skills classes correlate with the youth transitions classes?
Oh, absolutely. We've got several youth that are entering into the skills classes, working directly with our youth transition programs, Edgar's skills classes, things like the healthy community living classes, which I'll let Edgar go into much more detail about. But it's really a great bridge to get our youth into independent living, into the community, to really access some of those supports that are already available, and to learn more about what opportunities are out there.
Excellent. All right, Edgar. So I want to talk about what your classes look like for consumers when they come in looking for extra skills. So what happens when they come into the center?
So what happens when they come in the center, I will meet with them and I reach a goal of what they want to learn. And I generally have a basic agenda, but once I get to know that person, I make them unique to that person. So I will focus on what they want to learn.
Oh, so you talk to the person and you get to know them and really work on what they want to work on within their own world.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, very cool. So I was really interested in hearing about your healthy relationships class. What does that cover?
So healthy relationships is to have a relationship with all people that you see.
Okay.
Like boyfriend, girlfriend, co-workers, parents. So it's just have a general relationship with all types of people.
Oh, very cool. So does it teach how to talk to individuals with assertive communication skills?
Yes, so we teach them how to be assertive and with relationships, and to see how to problem solve if they're in a bad situation, and just have a healthy relationship so they can move forward.
Oh, very cool. So you had mentioned also about a class about budgeting and money. What is that?
So budgeting and money management. So a lot of people are afraid to, or even scared to do budgeting. They don't know how to budget.
Okay.
So I teach them the skills how to have a budget in and not go over their spending in their monthly, because a lot of people have monthly budgets, and they don't know how to budget those money. So I show them that how to make that money last all throughout the month.
Oh, very cool. That's very cool. I wish I would have had that when I was younger, because I am sure I could have learned a lot from you. So how do people find your classes? Where do they find those classes at?
So we have them I make a calendar and in the lobby.
Okay.
There's also on the website. There's also word of mouth and just calling the IC. Hey, what classes are we offering at the center?
Sure. So the calendar that you make, does it go on the website?
Yes, ma'am.
It does? So
It
it
does.
can be accessed from the Independent Center website?
Yes, ma'am.
How about a list of your classes? Do you have a specific web page on our website that lists all those?
I have a brochure that have all my classes.
Oh, very cool. So they can pick one of those up at the
Yes.
center or ask for one to be mailed to them.
Yes, ma'am.
Very cool. So for those who are listening, you can access the calendar from our website, which is www.theindependencenter.org. And from the main page, you will see calendars on your right-hand side. Then go ahead and touch the caret, and you'll get a drop-down and select calendar. And you'll find all of Edgar's classes there. You're also welcome to call the Independence Center phone number directly. And that number is 719-471-8181. And Edgar, what is your extension?
168.
There you go. So you go ahead and call him and ask him all the great questions about his class. And then do they make appointment specifically with you if they want to come in, or do they need to go through information and referrals?
So first once they call the center, they have to make an appointment with the informational and referral specialist.
Okay.
And then they refer me to me.
Gotcha. Okay. So go ahead and contact Marita Coffee, and we'll make sure that we have her contact information on our page so that you can make sure that we get connected with you. So Jaime, let's talk about youth transitions for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Tell us about the program and what that looks like for individuals that come into the center.
Well, sure, Becca. So let me kind of start off at the federal level.
Okay.
It is federally mandated that that organizations that receive federal funding address youth transitions. So there are several different opportunities to do that. One of those ways is to work with youth transitions for pre-employment transition services. So the Independent Center, being a center for independent living, addresses youth transition services in many different ways. We do a lot of self-advocacy in the school systems, which are amazing workshops and courses that really help address pre-employment transition services at that level. So we work collaboratively with a bunch of different other agencies, like the Division of Vocational Rehabilitation and our Pikes Peak Workforce Center here in the community, among other school districts and programs to help support that federal mandate. So within that program, things like self-advocacy skills, which are essential for individuals, especially our youth, to really gain access to independent living. Those workshops that we do are amazing supports for our youth. So we go into the schools and work with our students to really support self-advocacy skills, kind of like what Edgar was saying with some of our independent living skills, and work on those assertiveness skills and communication skills so our youth have the same opportunities to go out there into the community and say, hey, you know what, this is what I want, and this is an appropriate way to ask for it. So we work on those types of skills in the community, in the school systems, with our parent resource groups as well, and kind of bring all those skills together to support our youth. We can work on employment skills as well and really focus in on a youth-oriented way to do that, to really bring our youth up to the level that they need to be so that they can access our community resources as well. So it's really a great opportunity to get a full wrap-around support system for living skills, employment skills, and those resources and supports just kind of all together to help support and grow our youth.
Sure. Very cool.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, that is that's really great stuff. So at the IC level, at the Independent Center, with your youth transitions, is it specialist? What is Nina's title?
Nina is our youth advocate that works with our youth transitions program.
Gotcha. So what does she do to make this to engage with our community? And
she does amazing things. Nina goes out within our schools works to bring some of the programs that we do here at the Independence Center out into the community. So she's kind of not only raises awareness, but is kind of our youth outreach into the community and makes those connects within any of our community areas. So our school districts, our parent groups, our oh goodness, you name it. If it's youth related, Nina's out there working in that area to make sure that that our youth and our youth supports know that the Independence Center is a resource to come to.
Oh, very cool. And with Nina, I've experienced training with her. So we've done a couple trainings together, and she is an excellent presenter, just like with Edgar. I've presented with Edgar as well. So not only at the Independence Center do we find ways for individuals to connect with the community, but we also try to engage them in activities so that they can build up their skills. So that's really exciting programs. So how do we get a hold of Nina and get more information about youth transitions?
So Nina is out in the community so much. The best way to really get a hold of her is to go ahead and call that main number at the Independence Center, the 719-471-8181, and then just dial the 0 extension to reach our front desk receptionist, and they can get you directly in contact with Nina, or go ahead and email her directly, and she's very good about responding to those emails. And her email address is Kamekona, Kamekona, at theindependencecenter.org. So it's a big, long email, but she's absolutely great at responding back to those emails.
Very cool. Well, we'll make sure that we add that to the description of the podcast as well. So
Nice.
Just in case you didn't catch every letter of her very unique and exotic last name.
Yes.
Since we've talked about those two programs, let's talk about the individuals that you guys are and how you got to the Independence Center. So we'll start with Edgar. So Edgar, tell us about you. How did you get here, and what is your education and all that fun stuff?
So I've been doing independent living skills for 19 years, and I've been at the Independence Center for 5.
Okay.
And so I got here because I am passionate of what I do. I love to empower people. And I just love to see them glow and to show them that even if we have a disability, we can do so much things if we focus the things that we can do instead of things that we can't do. And that's what I try to do. That's my passion, is showing that no matter your disability, no matter how long it takes you, no matter if you can't cook or no budgeting, you can always work something out and you to be independent. And I just love what I do because I'm just passionate of just empowering people.
I can definitely tell that. Hopefully everybody can get that through the conversation that we're having, because and if you have an opportunity to come to our center and ask to meet Edgar.
And since I've been through it, I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be have obstacles and things like that. So I know how to, when somebody says no, there's a way to find a solution.
Correct. So, did you study education in school?
So I came from a family full of teachers.
Oh, I believe it.
So my teaching style is a teacher way. So
Right.
I just learned from my mom, my grandparents, my aunt, all of them, and I just incorporate what they did into my way of doing it.
Gotcha. So you adapted your style from your family.
Yes.
That is so awesome. So that's so great. Excellent. All right. So Jaime, tell us about you. How did you come to the Independence Center, and
Oh, goodness.
why do you do what you do?
So it was kind of a long, curved path to get here.
Sure.
I started off after graduating high school, decided I was going to be an astronaut, and went to college for math physics. And after 3.5 years, I decided probably not my best choice.
Math, physics.
I like
yes.
people too much to be up in space all by myself, and changed my major to psychology. Graduated with a psych major, and And then life choices took me in another direction, and decided to go into education and got my master's degree in special education. So from there, went into teaching, taught middle school special education with students with emotional and behavioral disabilities, and taught middle school. Oh boy.
That's a special.
There is a very special place in my heart for middle school teachers. I did that for a few years, and then moved up to high school and worked with our transition age youth from 9th to 12 plus grade. Absolutely fell in love with education and teaching our youth. But I really saw a need for connecting our youth with the community, and working to move in that direction toward independent living.
Sure.
And I kind of skipped the curved path
Okay.
on my travels around the United States. So 5 years ago, I moved back to Colorado after I left. When I moved back here, I joined the Independence Center about 4 years ago as a program manager, and worked with our Youth Transitions program, worked with our Independent Living Skills program, and a few of our other programs as well. And I love our Youth Transitions program and the work with our employment supports, and the opportunity to really do what I've been doing in my past, and kind of moving that up with my passion, and being able to kind of come full circle with helping our youth move out into the community.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So what programs do you manage at the Independence Center?
So currently I work with our Independent Living Skills program, Youth Transitions, our employment benefits program. So we really help to work with people to get everything from SSI, SSDI, Medicaid, Medicare, other benefits, and our employment team to really help people who not only have benefits, want benefits, but also people who want to gain employment or improve employment opportunities, you name it. So not only the programs that we talked about, but in addition to that, some other ones. And I also work with our information and referral process as well. So
many hats do you
yep.
do you wear?
Very fun, and absolutely love it. And I am very passionate about the Independence Center and what we do. So it's a great fit all the way around.
Yeah. And when you talk about the programs that you manage, it seems like they were almost tailor-made to be on the same team, because they start with individuals who are transitioning out of school and likely need to get some supports in place so that they can live independently. So you have the benefits team, and you have Marita and information and referral, being able to give them those supports and that information so they can start moving into independent living. But then you also have the employment team, who can assist in them getting employment so they can continue to be independent. And then you have Edgar, who is teaching them how to budget their money, how to have healthy relationships. So really, it seems like that team was kind of tailor-made to be together. Does that make sense? Did I get it?
Absolutely. I think we have several core services that really fit together to help our consumers, the individuals that come in and receive services. They're really there because they work for consumers to come in and receive services. So like you said, they fit together because they do. They're really a great process to help individuals walk through that process to become independent. So they fit together really well, along with some of the other programs like our peer support program that we have. And oh goodness, our other 16 that we have. But they're really there to help, and they all mesh together well because they all lead toward becoming independent and being part of a community. So absolutely, love it, Becca.
So Edgar, I was going to mention this earlier, but I forgot. So you also lead a couple of peer support groups.
Yes, I do. So I do the youth support group and the young adult support group. So the youth support group is from the ages 14 to 24, and then the young adult support group is from 24 to 34.
Gotcha.
And we do the same thing, but it's geared to their age, because they talk about different things, and the people that we have in the group support group are like a family, and they're just there. We do a lot of fun things. We go to the movies, we go to the restaurants, we talk about different things. We just have a good time.
Very
We
fun.
just to support each other.
Very fun. So, where do we find the information about those classes?
Also at the website
Okay.
and in the calendar.
Perfect. Okay. So, I think that we've touched on everything that I was thinking about. Is there anything else you guys want to add to make sure that we've touched on everything about the programs and and your work with the Independent Center?
I think that the biggest thing is that if anyone is interested in any of these or other opportunities to be involved with the community, or especially with our youth, if they're like, hey, this sounds like something I might be interested in, don't hesitate to come in or call in or learn more, because it's a great opportunity to get connected.
Sure. Good deal. All right. So you will find the information that we spoke about on the episode description, and then you are also welcome to come into our building at 729 South Tejon in Colorado Springs to meet with Edgar and see our great facility. Thank you both very much for joining me today. I really have enjoyed our conversation, and I've kind of learned a lot too.
Thank you for having us.
You bet.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.